Hi, it's Renee, and I'm going to be doing Earth signs. This is going to be in early first half of July forecast, and I'm going to go Capricorn, Virgo, then Taurus. All right, I will do a Celtic cross and close it off with an oracle. All right, please bring in any accurate information for our beautiful sign of Capricorn. What do we need to know for the first half of July? All right, wow, lots of pentacles going on. You definitely on your mind. You have abundance. You have your stuff together. I mean, that's just like, that's the first thing that is screaming to me. Like you have things under control when it comes to finances, your career, but you're having a challenge with equal give and take. So some of you may be giving way more to your company or partnership than you're receiving in return. What you have, what you bring to the table is recognized. However, it's just not being reciprocated in the way that you deserve. Okay, when it comes to finances or in a partnership, take it however it resonates for you. Okay, 2 more, please. Thank you. Okay, so you are looking for partnership when it comes to finances. You're looking for a situation that can be teamwork. So whatever you give out, you want to receive back in return. Understandable. Okay? And a lot of you are in a position where that's possible, but it's just not happening yet. It's not that, okay, how do I put this? At the end of the day, you're not feeling 100% fulfilled in that area. You see the lack, you see how much you're giving and how much you're receiving back. And you know that there's more that this person or job can be giving, but they're not, okay? So that's just the premise. And your subconscious is mystery. So you're kind of going back and forth between a ton of different options, all right, in your mind. Well, if I make this move, this will happen. If I don't make this move, well, that's not going to happen. So you're trying to line everything up by cutting through all of the mysteries. So however that's going to work for you, maybe you're doing a ton of research. Maybe you're asking a lot of questions. I think that for a long time, like, you felt secure because you were in this 9 of Pentacles. You felt abundant, fruitful. You saw everything that you had to give. But once you started to really look at the situation and see that, well, but I'm not getting it all in return, is when you got like in your head and were like, okay, let me just kind of cut through any crap and figure out what these mysteries are that are going to get me that equal give and take and teamwork. In the past, you have the 9 of Pentacles. This reading is full of pentacles. So you could be dealing with a fellow earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, or just something like that revolves a lot of money. So this could be a lot of career. And so in the past, you were presented with an offer, okay? It wasn't a huge offer, but it was an offer. It was stable. It was kind of slow moving. It didn't come like super fast. It was like, oh, hey, well, how about this opportunity? And you're like, oh, okay, I guess it kind of looks good. I'll take it. But it wasn't in that full glory. So some of you are looking back going, did I accept that too fast? Did I not did they see all of my worth and value? Because like, they're not actually showing me everything that I deserve. All right. And your attitude, Queen of Pentacles. So you know your worth. You know what you bring to the table in any situation that you're in. You know that you are dependable, reliable, stable, committed, You know all of these things about yourself in a very confident way, which you should. Okay, you're very grounded. You're very practical. In the material world, you're extremely, extremely practical. But in your environment is the Death card, which is change, transformation. Something does have to change for you to feel better about this. And maybe it's just to help you see your full abundance and potential, is like you kind of need another person to tag along with this, okay? And it's only because of how much you're giving out that you need to receive that in return. And if you're not, like, that has to transform. So whether it is you have to tell, your company, like, I need more. Whether it's you need to tell a partner, I need more. Like, I'm not feeling fulfilled the way that I am providing you or this company, okay? Because you see all of your worth and your value. And others around you see that as well. That's really not the question. The question is this a right fit for you and for everything that you're capable of giving? In your hopes and fears, you have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so you have a hope that this cup of love that is being offered to you is the real deal. But you have a fear of, well, what if this is the real deal? So I think a lot of you get caught up in the whirlwind, the romance, and then you take like a pause and you're like, is this what I want? Is this really happening? Like, is this that equal give and take? So I feel like this is two separate storylines, so take it however resonates for you. I feel like a lot of this is financial career orientated, and the other half is in regards to a partnership, okay, or a connection or a relationship. But whatever it is, it all comes together in the fact of you standing in your power and knowing your worth and your value. And it's you assessing everybody around you and saying and asking yourself, are they giving that in return? Am I being valued for what I'm giving out? Okay. In the near future, you have the Four of Wands. This is commitment. This is happiness. This is marriage for some of you. This is commitment. This is house, home, family. Like, this is in your near future. And a lot of you are being very smart and practical and are like getting all your ducks in a row, if you will. Like, you're planting all the right seeds in all the right places to set yourself up financially, or setting yourself up with the right partner this time around to be able to have that in your near future. I think a lot of you may have sold yourself short in the past, and the second that you're like, oh, no, this is who I am, this is what I offer, this is what I bring, then it's like having everyone around you match that, right? Because you can't lower yourself at this point to have others meet you. Others have to rise up to meet you where you're at. And that's a great place to be in. This is great. But it will require some patience. On your part, it's allowing a little bit of grace for the people around you or the company. So I would suggest, based off of the energies, and only if this is resonating with you, is this is a time to be very vocal about your needs, your wants, and like everything. So if this is a career, it is like sitting your boss down and going, okay, this is what I bring to the table. This is what I'm asking of you guys in return. Please match that. All right. And it's having a little bit of patience to let this all unfold the way it's supposed to. But just know that others around you do see your worth and your value. Okay. Even if it's not being expressed or shown, they do see that, and it will be matched. But I think for a lot of you, it's going to take you being vocal. Or if this is a partnership or a relationship, it's really having that like cut through the crap kind of conversation of, this is what I'm going to bring to you, and this is what I would like to receive in return when it comes to love. And it's just meeting on that equal ground and then seeing, okay, can this person deliver? Can this company deliver? And if they can, great. If not, in the near future, it is going to happen for you, regardless of which direction you have to choose. You're only going to be able to choose that once you have all the information that you need. So now is the time to have to reveal any mysteries that are around you, all through communication. Okay, this is a time to be very vocal. All right, I'm gonna grab one oracle to close this off. But I mean, the near future is extremely positive. So keep doing what you're doing because it is leading in the right direction for you. Okay, it is. It's all very positive and very stable. Flames of wisdom. I am open to all of life's wisdom and share it with gratitude. So, you know what you want. And when you express that, it will come back to you. It will. You have fire, you have passion, you have wisdom. I mean, look at all these owls. There's a lot going inside of you that is very powerful at this time. And I would highly suggest trusting that. Like you're in it right now. You got your stuff together. And just everyone who's around you needs to level up and meet you there. And I see it happening for you. Okay? All right, I hope that helped you in some way. And I will see you in the next one. And I'm going to move on now to Virgo. All right, Virgo. What do we need to know? I'm going to do a Celtic cross and close it off with an oracle. Okay, please bring in any messages for my beautiful sign of Virgo. Okay. Whoa. All right, some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries person at this time. Somebody who's very fiery, passionate, kind of like comes in with so much passion and then kind of leaves just as fast as they came in. This may be someone that you've viewed in the past as like a player type energy. And you have a challenge right now of being in the hangman position, which is like really sitting down, kind of like in isolation and like getting your thoughts on track. I feel like for a lot of you, this person comes in so enthusiastically where it like is like a whirlwind of emotions that go on within you, passion that goes on within you, and then it leaves so fast and you're like, but you're having a hard time like digesting all of what just happened, to the point where then you're just like craving the next time this person comes in enthusiastically. And I think a lot of you want to be able, I think a lot of you hit this moment where you're like, all right, I need to take a step back. I need to think about this a minute, because is this what I want? Like, is this what this person, like, do I want somebody like that in my life? Because around you, you have the sun energy, and that's probably why. Like, you're very magnetic, you're very charming, you're very alluring, and there's just something about your positivity that you like exude out of you that attracts people in. Okay? But because of that like passion and like magnetic vibe that you spew out, sometimes you may notice the pattern of people that you attract, and they seem to be very fiery, very passionate, very like, in for a short time, not a long time, like 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out, like. And I think a lot of you are just so ready to like sit with your thoughts and be like, okay, why am I attracting this? Why do I keep allowing this? And it's like seeing the fact that like you are a positive person and people see that around you. But like in your subconscious, like you just want more. You want more, and you're trying to be patient with yourself. I feel like a lot of you have been trying to be patient with this person. Okay? I have a lot of Leo energy, a lot of fire signs here. A lot of fire. I also have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Could be any sign really, but that's the energies that are showing up. In your recent past, you had the Ten of Pentacles. You had it all. Okay? And it's not to say that you don't anymore. It's that you realized you had this, or you thought you had this. Okay? Either you thought like you were in a connection where it was like leading to like a future that would like brought in both of your abundances and like created this strong connection. And I think a lot of you are realizing like that just never comes into fruition. Like it never goes to that next step. And you're trying to figure out why. Like why you keep attracting this. In the near future, you have the Queen of Cups. In the near future, I think you're going to just step into your more emotional side, your more nurturing side. And I don't feel like you're going to give this to other people at this time. I think you're going to reserve it for yourself. I think this is going to be a moment in time where you're going to kind of be kind to yourself. You're going to have patience with yourself, and you're going to do a little introspection and trying to figure out your patterns and the patterns of people around you. And seeing like, okay, what needs to change? Because at the end of the day, you're going to question if you are happy. If the people around you bring happiness or that same positivity, that same magnetic feeling that you bring to others' lives. You're going to kind of take inventory of those around you who bring that back to you. Because I think a lot of you might be feeling a little depleted in that area. Because you're holding back your energy. Some of you are at this point where you're like, I've given a lot and I've received not that much around me. Like I just, it's like a time for you to just reserve all of that brightness, right? And it's not being selfish. It's just making sure that you're directing that into the right people, not the ones who are just going to take, and then leave, and leave you confused. In your environment, you have the Five of Wands in reverse. So you may have been dealing with people who just brought drama to you, conflict, tons of competition, played a little bit of games, like just, where you always had to feel like you had to have your defenses up, or like, oh, great, I can't say anything or it's going to start a fight, right? Like you just, in your environment, you may have several people or one person who just brings more chaos than they do, like, happiness to you. And I think for the first time, you're really gonna like get yourself in that like introspection, that solitude, and figure things out for yourself. In your hopes and fears, you have the Hierophant. So some of you may have a hope for marriage, higher levels of commitment, and then also at the same time very afraid of that. If it's one person, you're like, is this what I want for the rest of my life? Do I want to be committed to somebody with that type of energy? Excuse me. Or for others of you, if that doesn't resonate, you have a hope to take everything that you learned out of this connection and take it as a lesson. But you also have a fear of, if you do that, then you kind of have to accept the situation for what it was and like leave it behind. So that all of this beginning part of July is really going to be about you and your wants and your needs. Because you will be taking a leap of faith of leaving chaos behind, okay? You go from the Five of Wands to the Six of Wands. You're just going to leave, or Swords, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Wands. But you're going to you're just going to be taking those lessons learned. You're going to take them with you. But you're going to move away from any kind of conflict or drama or things that kept you stuck in your head in a negative way. And you're going to take a leap of faith. You're going to take a chance on something new, on a new direction, a new approach. If it is with the same person, I think a lot of you guys are going to be like, okay, this is how I did things before. This was my tolerance before. This is what I allowed before. And now I'm going to do things different. And if you like it, great. If you don't, bye-bye. Like you're just going to kind of step in this brand new energy that you haven't been in before, or you haven't been in for a long time. Because you're starting to see like, so I'm super positive and I bring this, that, and the other to people's lives. And then I'm like, then you feel tired and drained and depleted. And you're like, okay, well, what was that about? So take this time. If you've been called or you've been like, a part of you has been like, please rest, please just recharge, have patience, really think about it this time before you text back, or really think about it this time. Like if you've been questioning yourself on that, all these energies are saying, yeah, go ahead, take a minute. And be loving, nurturing, caring, and kind to yourself during this time. Pour all of that love into you for a minute. Okay? You don't have to be stingy with it with everybody else, but make sure that you're just pouring a lot of love into yourself as you take inventory of the people that are around you at this time. Okay? Let me grab a quick oracle. Anything else that wants to come out for my beautiful Virgos? Earth Angel. I am a guardian of Mother Earth and protect all who live on her. So you do bring a very protective vibe to those people who are around you, and they love that. They feel very secure in your presence with you in their life. But you have to make sure that those people also make you feel protected and secured. And this is an earth message, and you're an earth sign. So get into your comfort. Like get outside if you can. Go for a walk. Like just be in nature as you're going through this process of just putting self-love into you and really thinking things through. I feel like you're going to find a lot of your answers when you're in the outdoors. Doing whatever. Like, just take those moments and really let the clarity come in. And I think you'll really benefit from that, okay? Some people around you might not be too happy, but that's up to them, right? If they want to step up, do things different, that'll be up to them. But I think you're just going to be making some changes that is only going to benefit you and your life and in your happiness, okay? Well, I hope that helped you in some way. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Taurus. Last but not least, Taurus. Okay, I'm going to do a Celtic cross and close it off with an oracle. All right, some of you just may have had a big victory or a small victory. All right, but a victory nonetheless. But you're having a challenge accepting it. So for some of you, this may be a job offer that came in and you're like, yes, I got it. I've been waiting forever for this. And the news came in and you got it. But then you're like, oh, but was this offer the right one? Did I jump too soon and say yes? Like, was there something better? Should I have held out for something more? Excuse me. Or if this is in a relationship or partnership, like you feel like you got like a victory in one way or another where you're like, okay, I got it. Like you felt good. But then you're like, was it good enough? Right? Like, did I just take this too soon? Am I celebrating a victory that isn't that big yet? So some of you are just having a challenge with accepting what came with this victory. And all of you will know what your situation is, okay? I feel like a lot of you dealt with somebody in your past or in your present who just kind of messes with your mind. They make you feel confused. And I think that's what this is, all right? This is at least one storyline. Take it if it's yours. I think this person does little things that sometimes may be manipulative, and they make you feel like, yes, like, oh my gosh, they do see me. Like, this is real. And then there's something that happens that makes you question it. It was like, nah, that was too good to be true. That was just too good to be true. Or if this is a job, there's just something that causes confusion where you think it's like where you take 2 steps ahead and then something happens and you take 3 steps back. And you're like, well, was that even a victory at all? Right? Because in your subconscious, you've been disappointed a lot in your life. You've been let down a lot in your life by people or by things where some of you have a hard time accepting a victory because it's like, oh, it's too good to be true. This never lasts. I don't have the right. You don't have the right pattern where like a victory is sustainable, because then something always happens to come along and disappoint you. Okay, or there's just something about this person that disappoints you. So some of you could be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Pisces, and we have Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Okay, that's the highest energies here. Could be dealing with anyone, but those are the signs that are showing up. In your recent past, you received information, you received clarity you received insight on something, whether this was something you saw on social media, whether this was something that just clicked in your head, like just was like, I see what this is. You had an aha moment of some sort. And that aha moment is what's going to get you out of this Four of Cups feeling disappointed mindset. Because yes, if you continue a same pattern, it only has a pattern of disappointing you. But whatever clarity came into you, whether it is that you're going to do things different this time, whether you're not going to accept somebody treating you a certain way, whatever clarity that came into you, it came to you for a very specific reason at the right time, and trust it, go with it, and understand that information came to you for you to really pay attention to. Okay? And everybody's situation is going to be different, right? But you'll know. Or, keep a lookout for it. If it hasn't happened yet, there will be a moment of clarity or truth that you need, because that's going to keep you out of this disappointment state and allow you to really feel the victories in your life as they come in. In your near future, you have the Fool. In the near future, you're going to be taking a risk. You're going to be jumping towards something. You're really not going to be thinking too much about it. You're just going to go for it. Okay? And it's a good thing. It will. It will be worth the risk, is what I'm hearing. It'll be worth the risk, because it's just going to change the trajectory of the patterns and people that you've been dealing with. Excuse me. It's going to get you out of that. It's going to put you in a whole new attitude. All right? And for the better. Okay, so right now you may have been receiving small offers from people. Okay, friends, family, connections, crushes. It's like they're small. They're like, hey, you want to grab coffee? Or if it's work, it's like, oh, hey, I see all the hard work you've been doing. Like, great job, right? Like you're getting accolades or you're getting compliments, but you're not receiving this like, I see everything you're doing. You're getting a raise tomorrow. Like it's like, it doesn't make you feel like great. Okay? Or if it's these offers or these compliments or whatever, it's like, oh, that was nice. But that's all it was like, oh, that was nice. So then you just kind of feel disappointed about it, right? In your environment, there's somebody who wants to walk away from just being a certain way with you. Okay? And you'll know who this person is and in what regards or situation. There's somebody who is receiving clarity themselves about kind of how they treat you and kind of the games that they play, or the way that they can get into your head, or the way that they can cause confusion. And I think a lot of them had an aha moment of that's just not what they want to do anymore. That's not how they want to treat you. In your hopes and fears, you have the High Priestess, which is your intuition. Okay? Or this could be a Pisces that you have a hope and a fear about. You have a hope that what your gut feeling is leading you in the right direction. And you have a fear that's not your intuition, that it's actually just like either fear or it's just you being excited. Like you're having a hard time trusting your intuition right now, but I'm here to say whatever clarity you come across will be the truth. And what you see in that truth is believable. That's believable. And it came to you for you to trust your intuition. So when you have that moment, if it hits you in that gut and you're like, oh, all right, I see, I get it now. Trust that. And then take whatever comes after that feeling and run with that. Take a leap of faith towards that feeling, whatever direction that's going to lead you into, okay? In your outcome, you have the Hierophant. So this is higher level of commitment. This could be higher levels of education. This could be a bigger position in your job. This could be lots of lessons learned in your life that's actually going to pay off. If it was in relationships, it could be like, all right, well, I was very tolerant of people who would do certain things or act a certain way. I was you were tolerant. And then now you're like, your intuition's like, don't be tolerant anymore. Or if a company is like, yeah, you're absolutely fantastic. I just wish you would have this certification. You're going to be like, oh, message received. I'm going to go and get that certification. It's whatever whatever clarity and message comes into you is going to lead to something higher and better for you. So this is just a time to really pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the information that you see like on social media regarding a person. Or really listen to people when they talk, because they will reveal something and that will really change the path that you're on right now. Only for the better. Really for the better. It's going to get you out of this lack feeling, like lack of what people bring to you. Like you're just going to start to receive things that match your energy, match your worth, your value. It's a process. But you're getting there, and your intuition is going to guide you 100% of the way, but you have to listen, okay? It's going to be screaming to you. For some of you, like, you won't have a choice. It's going to scream to you. Here's an oracle. Find your bliss. I am following a path I love and am fully aligned to my soul's purpose. This is such a beautiful freedom card. I mean, that is just staring at the sun and trusting the process, trusting the universe, trusting God, trusting whoever it is that you put your trust in and your faith into. It is all going to align for you. It's just going to happen. You're at a point right now where your intuition is like, no, I'm in charge now. You've had your fun. You've listened to your mind. You've listened to your heart. Now you're going to listen to your intuition. And it's going to lead you to a really good place, okay, in all aspects of your life, all right, within yourself, within partnerships, connections, relationships, career. It's only going to guide you to a place that's for your highest good. But my suggestion to you based off of these energies is truly trust the process, okay? All right, well, I hope this message helped you in some way, and take care. I will see you in the next one. Bye.